Hey Vibers, it's your boy Kai, and welcome to Kai Watches Gilmore Girls, where I'm documenting my first and probably only watch of the TV show Gilmore Girls. It's time for us to review Season 5, Episode 15 of the show, which is entitled, and I'm not joking, Jews and Chinese Food. This episode originally aired on February 22nd, 2005. I know they wanted to name it that, I understand the reason why, but really I think the episode should have been called Marty Takes an L Left and Right. In this episode, Lorelai discovers that Luke's boat is no longer in her garage, which makes the void that she feels without Luke seem even more painful. Luke agrees to build sets for the elementary school's production of Fiddler on the Roof, which is quite the production to put on if you're in elementary school. It's not an easy show. He agrees to do this knowing that Lorelai is the costume designer and hoping that their paths will cross. Meanwhile, Rory and Marty make plans to spend the day together, but Logan drops by Rory's dorm, and then he convinces them to go out and spend some time at dinner with Logan's crazy rich friends. After a terrible evening with Logan's clique, Marty tells Rory how much he likes her, but she admits that she has feelings for Logan. Let me tell you right off the bat, Marty in this episode is literally me. Every single story he told and every single moment that he went through, I felt it within the depth of my soul because I am a hopeless romantic. Oh, Marty, I feel you, buddy. So, where does this episode rank within season 5? Well, let's find out as I recap the episode for my favorite moments, my least favorite moments, fun episode facts, and of course, my episode 5 score. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for weekly videos that are aimed to make your day just a little bit better. And follow me on your favorite social media channels where I'm always going to be posting things that'll help you do good, feel good, be good, and live a good life full of good vibes. Let's take a look at season 5, episode 15 of Gilmore Girls. Let's start off with my favorite moments. Number 1, Paris and Doyle's relationship. I liked every exchange that these two had in this episode as they try to determine what exactly their relationship is. I think we've all been in a relationship at some point when we're like, so what are we? Quite honestly, I feel like that pretty much describes 2020 and 2021 for most people. And by most people, I mean me. I am most people. Number 2, Marty. I truly don't believe that Rory led Marty on, but I couldn't help but feel for him in this episode. He clearly has always had feelings for Rory, and he probably had his hopes up, right? Things were going well until Logan showed up and then invited them out to dinner. It was at this point that Marty knew, in my opinion, that Rory had feelings for Logan, like strong, strong feelings. Top that rejection, along with the fact that he couldn't relate to any of the upper class people that he was invited to hang out with, nor could he afford the dinner that he just ate with them. Marty caught a couple L's in this episode, and let me tell you, I feel for him so much. Number 3, Kirk as Tevye. Do I really even need to explain why this was hilarious? Everything about Kirk in this episode was great, except for the love song that he sang to the little girl. That was a little weird, but overall, this whole thing with Kirk as Tevye, it just warmed my heart. He did no wrong in this episode. This was probably my favorite Kirk moment, and I think I did read that this was actually Sean Gunn, the guy that plays Kirk. This was his favorite episode to ever film of Gilmore Girls. I believe I might be making that up. Am I? Somebody please confirm. Okay, so those were the moments that I did like. What about the moments that I didn't like from the episode? Well, we're going to start off with number 1, Luke. Ah. Okay. Before you unsubscribe to my YouTube channel, let me reiterate to you that Luke is my favorite character. And since he's my favorite character, I feel as though I'm allowed to critique him at a high level. And boy, was he annoying in this episode. I find it adorable that he cared so much about the production, like the production quality and the safety of Fiddler on the Roof. I didn't like the way that he barked at nearly every woman that he came across in this episode, from Lulu to Lorelai to even Carrie, the Thirst Master General. I understand Luke was in a mood because of the breakup, but I think he was a little much in this episode. But don't you worry, he's still my favorite character in the show. Lane is a close second, though. Lane is a close second. Luke is still my favorite, but this episode, Luke was not my favorite. Number 2, dinner with Logan's friends. Everything about this dinner made me cringe. Yes, it was kind that Logan offered to pay for Marty's dinner, but it still kind of made me feel weird overall. Also, every single last one of Logan's friends had a line or moments at this dinner that made me incredibly thankful that I personally spend my free time eating good in the neighborhood at Applebee's. There were so many cringe moments in this scene, especially the moments with the young woman who was talking about her eating disorder. That was just weird to me. Am I the only one? Let me know in the comments if you felt the same way. And number 3, Logan's window visit. Okay, look, first and foremost, I'm happy to see Rory happy. I really am. I mean that from the depths of my soul. I think that the only reason that the entire final moments of this episode made me sad is that it came at the expense of Marty, who had some really, really good moments in this episode. I feel like this was Marty's time to shine, but now his moments with Rory in this episode are incredibly diminished because of the final 1 minute of this episode with Logan. I think that they could have held that window visit scene moments for another episode that wasn't Marty focused, but that's just me. Okay, so those were my favorite and least favorite moments in the episode. Let's talk about some random facts about the episode. Today we're gonna focus on Wayne Wilcox, who plays Marty. Are you surprised? It was his episode, so I'm going to highlight him a little bit. Wayne Allen Wilcox is an American actor-singer who is best known for his role, obviously, as Marty on the TV show Gilmore Girls, and his appearance in the film version of the musical Rent as Gordon, a member of Angel and Tom's AIDS support group. He's the one that sings, "Will I lose my dignity? Will someone care?" Oh, I'm not going to sing it. Why don't you listen to him?
Look, I find some of what you teach suspect, because I'm used to relying on intellect, but I try to open up to what I don't know, because reason says I should have died 3 years ago.
He sang it so much better than me. He worked on Gilmore Girls after being discovered by Gilmore Girls co-creators Amy Sherman Palladino and Dan Palladino while working as a waiter at Mercer Kitchen in Soho. Another fun fact about this episode is this: Brad Ellis, the guy who played the piano for the production of Fiddler on the Roof, he also, believe it or not, is the same piano player from the TV show Glee. So where are all my Glee maniacs at? If you're out there, that guy, he was also in Gilmore Girls. So what did I think of this episode? Well, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. I would have given this a 5, but it definitely won me over with the whole Fiddler on the Roof side of things. I'm personally a musical theater kid, so this made my community theater heart so happy. I also give it a 6 because I enjoyed Marty in this episode. I know he doesn't get the girl, and I know he doesn't really play a major factor moving forward in the show, but I appreciated his effort, and I appreciated that the Palladinos gave him his own episode so we can kind of learn more about him. To my knowledge, I heard that this is really, like, I think we see him again in the future, but not too much, which makes me sad, but I appreciate that they gave us like a Marty-centric episode in this. I appreciate that, even though he caught an L in nearly every junction of this episode. So there you have it, Vibers, my recap for Season 5, Episode 15 of Gilmore Girls. What did y'all think of the episode? Let me know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching, and until next time, God bless and good vibes.